Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Hot Rods by Doug. I appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. We're back out here working on the Suburban today. Dad was out here yesterday and got the new wheel cylinders put in the brakes. So we got to put new brake lines on the back. You seen in the last video, we did get the back bumper taken off, and I think we're going to cut those brackets and start mounting the roll pan. We're getting really close to having this thing wrapped up here soon. I already made an appointment for the muffler shop for later this week. Hopefully get that put on and we can have this thing back out, hopefully maybe by next weekend. I still ain't made up my mind about the wheels. I'm still looking, but very possibility I may go pick some wheels up here soon so we don't have to ride around on stock wheels. If not, stock's fine. I did make the call to get air shocks for the rear. They should be here this week as well. We'll get those put on. That way we're not bottomed out in the rear. We can get back to driving this thing because, man, I really miss driving the Suburban. The Suburban is a good running truck. It rides good. Well, it used to ride good. We'll see if it still rides good. It just got some blemishes here and there that we can fix up over the summer. We'll get some new body pieces, like a new fender, and we'll fix the rust on the back. Maybe start looking for cheap doors for it and stuff and slowly get this thing the way we want it. But I think I'm going to start this video off by cutting these brackets off and test fitting the roll pan. And then we're going to move up here and try to start bending new brake lines for this and hopefully get that wrapped up. All right, we got both brackets off. I guess I got a little close there. That's all right. Both brackets are off. Hopefully that'll be enough. I'm not sure. We might have to cut back a little farther, but that thing should roll out a little bit. But that roll pan might roll out a little bit. I don't know. Let's just get it down and put it up to it and see what happens. All right, well, we ran into some problems. When I tried test fitting the roll pan on, we're still hitting these frame rails, and we are nowhere close to being flush with this. So I'm not really sure what to do. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to cut some of this, cut the front of this out, maybe even some. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do about this, which, I mean, I guess is no problem. I really hate to cut into these, but I'm not really sure what else to do right now. I know the rear frame rails on this isn't the same like it is the back of the truck. I guess maybe I'm just gonna have to cut that stuff out and test fit it again. I don't know what else to really do. I guess we'll just keep cutting until that thing fits, I guess. Well, I've cut off as much as I can of all this without getting into this mount, which I thought about. You can see I started cutting this mount. I was going to cut this off, but after doing some measuring, it's just not going to work. Having these taillights in here just isn't going to work for this frame. I would think that if we were on like the old green truck here, that they would miss the frame rails. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'd still be running into the same problem. I really like how sunk in these are. I was hoping to have the taillight really recessed in there so it would like glow in there, but I think if we're gonna make this work, I think we're gonna have to cut that out. The back part of it's gonna have to come off. I do have these brackets here that I bought, and we'll have to make L brackets for them, and we'll just have to kind of recess them a little bit. They won't get to be as down as I want them to be, but that may be the only way this thing's gonna fit. I've never put one of these on as far as with the taillights in it. I picked this thing up over a year ago. Intentions of putting it on something. So I really want to put it on this if I can. If I can't, we might just have to order a regular, just plain roll pan for it. I really hate to cut up this roll pan because it's an original like 88 to 93 roll pan is what's on the box. So I know that it's no newer than a 93 when it was made. At least I think that's how that works. I don't know. It's original, old 90s style fiberglass. So it's old, and I really hate to tear it up, but you know, I guess you can't spell custom without a K. So I guess maybe we'll just look into cutting this and then seeing it'll fit after we cut the holes out. While I wait on figuring out what I want to do about the roll pan, I went ahead and moved on to brake lines. Went ahead and got this brake line, which is probably a little far out. It probably is supposed to be a little closer to that, but I don't even know if that tab is gonna matter or not. We can always push it in if we need to, but I'm not too worried about it. I got the new brake line on this side put on. They ended up giving us one of the wrong brake lines, and of course I already started bending it when I realized the threads were wrong. So I guess we're about to jump in the car, run to AutoZone real quick and see if we can't get another brake line so we can do the other side. That way we can get ready to bleed it, and then we'll have all the brakes done. And that's just one more thing checked off the list. All right, well, we're back. Got the new brake line put in. This one turned out better than the other one. But now we both brake lines replaced. Wheel cylinders are replaced. I still ain't figured out what we're gonna do with this roll pan yet. Boy, I just hate to cut up that roll pan to make it fit. I was hoping it would just fit, but I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do. I might just look on Amazon or eBay and see if they got just a regular roll pan. I really hate to cut this thing up, but man, I really want to use it too. So I don't know. I'm up in the air on what I'm gonna do, but I think we're getting ready to maybe bleed the brakes on this thing real quick, and that way we'll be done. This thing, the brakes will be done. All we'll be waiting on is air shocks. Waiting on the air shocks. They'll be here Tuesday, and this thing will go to the muffler shop next Friday, hopefully, and maybe by next weekend we'll be driving it again. That's what I'm hoping anyways. All right, well, we got the brakes done. They're bled. One of the kids come out and gave me a hand trying to teach them stuff that people probably won't learn anymore, is how to bleed brakes. But we got both rear brakes bled. Front brakes are already good. I think I've just made up my mind that we're just not going to use this roll pan for now. I think I'm going to go ahead and get on Jegs. This has got one in stock. I'm just going to go ahead and order one from Jegs. That way we don't have to cut anymore, and I don't have to cut this roll pan up, and we can save this for a project down the road, because I would like to do another one of these trucks. Maybe like an extended cab, or maybe even another dually, and then we can put that roll pan on then. But for now, we'll just order a roll pan for the back, and we'll get that coming. Hopefully it'll be here this week. We can get it painted, we can get it put on, and then Thursday we can drop this off at the muffler shop, and hopefully we can have it back by the weekend. That way we're back into driving the Suburban. I'm kind of excited to get it back. It's been way too long, and I really enjoyed driving it before. I just wanted it lowered, and man, talk about a can of worms. So I guess that's going to be it for today. I'll catch up with you guys here once more parts come in. All right, everybody, we're back out here trying to get the Suburban wrapped up this week. Hopefully we're on the home stretch. I have one of the air shocks mounted, one of the shock extenders put in, and I'm sure some of you guys are going to tell me that this probably needs to go up here, and it might. I don't really know. Again, I ordered the cheapest stuff I could find online, which is not always a good thing, because I couldn't get the air shocks to fit if they were put on the way they were supposed to put on. So I just went ahead and made it work the way I need it to work. I got the boss out here again. Old Knox. He's just chilling while Dad's trying to get some work done. We're gonna take this shock back off and put the shock extenders on. That way this thing will come down as far as I want it to, and we'll get it back up in the air then, and hopefully we'll have it all done today. I'm hoping, because I need to drop it off tomorrow at the muffler shop. We still don't have a rear bumper. I did order a roll pan. It came in from Jegs, but Apparently, there's a difference between a pickup and a Suburban roll pan, because that one didn't fit either. So I ordered a Suburban roll pan from Amazon, which I don't know how smart that is, but it should be here in the next week. But we'll just throw the back plate on the back of this thing for now, and then we can just get it down to the muffler shop, and then we'll worry about getting a roll pan on it once we get it back. I have this little airlift compressor that I need to hook up still. Here comes some of the hard line. Here's some of the hardware that came with the air shocks, and this came with the air compressor. I just want to have onboard air, so that way if the air shocks leak down, we'll be able to lift it back up. I'm hoping this works the way I want it to. If not, we'll have to throw airbags on the back of it, and then we'll just put regular shocks on the back to help it ride smooth. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys set up on the tripod, and I'm gonna get working on that other shock and then start plumbing in the air compressor. I don't have all the fittings I need for the air compressor right now, so we might just have to hook them air shocks up the way they're supposed to be hooked up, I guess, with a T fitting, and we'll just use a regular air chuck to lift the butt end of the truck up, and then we can finish all that other stuff once we get it back from the muffler shop, because I really want to have this thing back by this weekend. So anything that it takes to get it to the muffler shop tomorrow, we're gonna try to get done. So I'm gonna get you guys set up, and I'm gonna get working. All right, we got the air compressor mounted. Now we need to start hooking all the wires up. We got all of our hoses put on, the air shocks themselves. We got a whole team here trying to support that boy. So hopefully now I can start running some wires for it, and then I'll have this thing plumbed in here real soon. Probably gonna stop here and feed little guy real quick, and then we can resume work. We ain't got much more to do, and then we should be done. So I'm gonna get back at it. My phone's about to die, and I didn't charge it before I came out here. That's a fail on my part. So if the footage jumps around a little bit, it's because my phone died. We'll just pick back up where we can. All right, update. He's been fed. He's been changed. He's good to go. Also, on the Suburban, we have our airlines ran for our air shocks. Just gotta cut the zip ties down. We have everything hooked up. We just gotta finish wiring it in. And then we're gonna pull it off the lift and move to the inside. And I think I have all this stuff out of the way where I'm not worried about it getting into anything. I am gonna look and having dual exhaust put on this if I can. If I can't, then we'll just run a single exhaust. It'll be okay. I'm not too worried about it, I guess. I just thought it would be cool to have two exhausts on this thing, but there might not be enough room, so we might just be running a single exhaust. Ain't no big deal either way. I'm just be happy to have an exhaust on it. I apologize that I ain't filmed a lot of me working on it. I just ain't had time. My phone's dying, so I don't want to lose all my battery, so I'm just filming the updates for now, and then we'll film it working, and we'll even show you the new wheels, because I didn't let you guys know yet, but I did pick some wheels up, and we're gonna throw those on real quick and let you guys check it out.